He only had to glance back to notice something was wrong. Immediately, he pressed his handgun against his thigh and stashed a flashlight in the storage compartment. As the vehicle approached the tunnel, the suspicious car behind him was rapidly closing in. At the same time, a car was coming from the front. By now, his tension had reached its peak. He quickly unbuckled his seatbelt and went into combat mode. Just then, the car behind him remotely shut off his engine. The vehicle trapped him under the bridge, and the attackers quickly got out and opened fire. The Navy SEAL reacted instantly, using the flashlight to blind them and taking one out. He then leaned back the driver's seat, neutralizing the enemy behind him. He quickly got out from the rear and eliminated another attacker. The entire sequence was executed seamlessly, practically flawless. He then calmly walked up to the enemy, kicked him hard, secured him to the steering wheel, and took the man's phone to send a message to their boss confirming the mission was complete. Unaware, the other side immediately shared his current location. Jack quickly threatened them to drive toward him. Meanwhile, their boss had already contacted a CIA agent. They had a prior deal, sacrificing Jack and taking triple the commission in exchange for intelligence on the terrorist leader, Knight. At that moment, Knight was already negotiating with an arms dealer, transporting a warhead to the US. Once the payment was confirmed, the deal was finalized. Soon, the boss who had attacked Jack arrived at the warehouse, but when they entered, they found only 2 cold bodies. They immediately called the CIA agent. However, before the agent arrived, the terrorist leader called and told the gunman boss that he had long known about his plan to take both payments. If he wanted to continue following him, he had to kill the CIA agent in front of him. Unexpectedly, a female agent immediately took control of one of the subordinates and ordered them not to act rashly. As the standoff dragged on, Jack and another operative arrived, but when Jack forced them to drop their weapons, the gunman boss shot one of his men in the head. Meanwhile, another subordinate seized the opportunity to strike, punching the agent and pinning him to the ground. As the enemy prepared to draw their guns, the agent pulled a handgun hidden in her shoe and killed him. Jack struggled with the gunman boss, but quickly overpowered him, cutting his throat after just a few moves. At that moment, Jack seemed to realize their secret, but he said nothing and immediately drove toward the airport where the terrorists were fleeing. Meanwhile, the terrorist leader had arrived at the airport. The plane sent to pick him up had just landed and needed refueling before takeoff. Jack reached the airport perimeter and covertly infiltrated the facility. Entering the hangar, he saw the terrorist leader preparing to board. He rigged a bomb on a fuel truck and began to leave, but the enemy